Hi, Emily.
Yes, it's nice to meet you. How are you today?
I'm okay.
That's good.
Enjoying the weather outside?
It's a little cold.
Yeah.
There's a lot of frost on my car this morning.
Oh, that's not good.
No,
You enjoying it, or you?
I hate the cold.
That's
Hate it.
sucks. It's gonna get colder now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, can you just tell me a little about yourself? Your hobbies, your interests, your.
Okay. Well, I am 19 years old. A year ago, I was diagnosed with type 1 bipolar disorder. I just recently moved to Lethbridge to go to school for recreational therapy. Yeah.
What do you like to do outside of school?
I party a lot. I drink, I smoke, but it's not necessarily something that I would like to do, I guess. It's just what I do.
Do you have any other interests?
I'm not sure. Well, I'm liking my schooling right now. It's kind of cool. I do like hanging out with friends.
So you've made a lot of new friends since coming here?
Yeah, I have a really cool roommate. She's very understanding and flexible.
That's always really good.
Yeah,
It's nice that you get along with your new roommate.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've never knew her before. We met when we moved in, so.
Wow, that can be really hard.
Yeah, there's a lot of changes within the last month, for sure.
Yeah. Can you tell me a little about those changes?
Well, I finally moved away from my parents. I'm from Ontario, so it's quite a move. Meeting new people, meeting new friends. Being in a different city is it's kind of nerve-wracking.
Wow, that is a lot of changes at once. Has it been an easy transition, a hard transition?
It's been quite difficult, actually. I had to go to the hospital a couple of times because I considered committing suicide. I didn't try, but I definitely had thoughts. So I just got my roommate to drive me to hospital so that they can keep an eye on me so I wouldn't harm myself.
Can you tell me how you felt about having to go to the hospital?
Angry. I don't like having these thoughts. It's definitely something that I did not want in my life. Yeah.
Can you tell me how you adjusted to having bipolar?
I haven't really adjusted. It's kind of a slow adjustment. When I first heard about it, I was pretty angry. I feel like it was kind of like an inconvenience at first, but now I just kind of have to live with it. Yeah, I was just angry, and then it just all happened in 1 month. I got diagnosed, and then I had to go see the psychiatrist and counselors, and I was put on medication, and it was just too much and overwhelming, and you just kind of have to, now I just have to, I don't know, just be, because how else am I going to take care of myself? I have to take my meds or I'll do something. Like I'll try committing suicide like I have tried many times.
Who are your main supports in your life?
Currently right now I would have to say my roommate. She actually puts a lot of stuff that I could harm myself in her room so I don't do it. She will take time out of her life just to drive me to the hospital if I need it. She will listen to me whenever I need to talk. So she's a great support, and since she's the only person I really really know in Lethbridge, then it's a huge help.
She sounds like she's a really, really big support in your life.
Yeah.
That must be really nice to have.
Mhm.
Can you tell me a little bit about the medications you're taking?
Yeah, I have two medications. It's lithium and Seroquel, and I have to take it. Take 3 pills each, and only at night because they make me drowsy.
Yeah. How do you think the medications have affected your life?
Well, I've never been off them. Like since I've been diagnosed, I've always taken them. But I do have really bad days because the drinking and the smoking kind of affects the drugs. Like it doesn't really help them in a way to help me, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That didn't really make sense, but.
So the medications could help you.
They could help me if I stopped drinking and smoking and being dumb.
So is that your hardest adjustment so far? Is the drinking and the smoking?
Yeah, because I do it all the time. Like, before I was diagnosed, I was an alcoholic. I loved drinking. So, and I do want to stop just because it would help me and my health, but I don't know, I just can't seem to stop, and yeah.
So it sounds like you're having a hard time adjusting to the college lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah, because like a lot of the people who I have met here, they like to party, they like to go out to the bar, and they like drinking, and I want to do that with them because I want to have new friends and I want to, you know, have fun.
So it seems like you're trying to adjust to a lot of things all at once, moving to a new school, a new program, away from your parents, not having any rules,
Yeah.
Enjoying the college lifestyle, getting to new people,
Yeah.
and also dealing with bipolar at the same time.
Yeah.
That's a lot of changes at once.
Yeah.
How hard has it been to get through all of this? Like, what are you feeling about all of this?
Well, like I said, like at first I was angry, but right now I'm just kind of just living it day by day, because how else am I going to do it? Like, it's a part of me now. So.
So you're living with this now? You're accepting it?
No, I don't know how else to do it, because it's not like I can be cured the next day. It's not like I can just take a drug and it's going to be gone the next day. It's with me for life.
Yeah.
So I just kind of, like, there's no excuses. Like, I don't use it as an excuse. So.
That's really good.
Yeah.
So you don't use it as an excuse. What else has been going on in the last month for you?
I don't know, not a whole lot. Like I've had the 2 incidences where I asked my roommate to drive me to the hospital. Yeah.
You've mentioned before that you've tried to commit suicide. Can you tell me how you've tried before?
Yeah, I've tried by drowning myself. I've tried by cutting myself, and I've also tried jumping in front of a train.
Wow, those are some extreme measures.
Yeah.
How do you feel about knowing that you've tried to commit suicide?
I hate it.
Yeah.
Like, I know that, because I do like my life, but like, I feel like this disorder is putting these thoughts in my head, or even the medication, but like, I don't even know about that. I know I need to take my medication, because if I don't, then I'll be way worse with my mood swings and everything. And I'll be violent and angry like I was before. And yeah, I don't know.
That's just a lot to deal with at
Yeah.
once. Can you tell me a little bit about before you were diagnosed?
Yeah. Before I was diagnosed, I had mood swings. I was angry all the time. I would yell and scream just to feel better, like at my parents if we were having an argument. I drank all the time. I would spend all my money. Like, I never had good decisions. I never made good decisions. So I would spend all my money on anything I wanted. And I would sleep around a lot with other men.
Wow, that's a lot. How do you feel about all of that now?
I regret it. Like, I wish I didn't do it. Like, in a way, I don't know. Like, in a way, I don't also regret it, because I guess it kind of made me a better person in a way, even though I was diagnosed. Like, I'm sure, actually, I can't even answer that, because I don't even know if I wasn't diagnosed. I don't know if I would be in the same position. Like, if I would still be sleeping around and still be drinking. Like, I still drink a lot, just not as much as I did before. But now that I'm diagnosed, like, I feel more in control because of the medication. And so I feel regret because I did it, but at the same time I don't regret it because, like, it's a learning experience, you know?
Yeah, and it can be really hard.
Yeah.
You mentioned that your parents, that you used to yell at your parents when you were expressing your frustration. How do you think they feel about it?
Me yelling at them?
And being diagnosed and dealing with all of that?
Well, before, when I was yelling at them, I'm sure they were angry with me because they didn't know us at the time either. But knowing now, I'm sure they're more understanding and that they probably forgive me. I would hope.
Yeah. Has there ever been a history of depression or mental illness in your family before?
Yeah. My sister is now diagnosed with bipolar as well, and there's history with my dad being depressed.
So you're aware of the issues that go on with someone who else has bipolar?
Yeah.
So you said that you wanted to stop drinking. Is that something you want to work on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it really messes up with my medication, and I just have bad days when it happens.
Yeah.
And I know this, but at the same time, it's more like a social thing that I drink now, and I want to fit in. So, like, I want to stop drinking, but at the same time, I want to fit in.
So what you've told me so far, I just want to do a quick summary of what you had. So you've only been diagnosed a year ago, just still dealing with you've recently had a lot of changes in your life with moving, new friends, new roommates, no more rules, no more parents. So you've been dealing with all of that, and you've had a hard time adjusting because you've had to been to the hospital twice.
Yeah.
Had to deal with all of that, still adjusting to your medication. And you've also been trying really hard to adjust to the college lifestyle, which has been hard because of your drinking and your smoking and your partying.
Right.
Is that all everything?
Yeah.
Have you had any good days since you've been here?
Yes, I have. On the days where I don't drink and I don't smoke and it doesn't mess up my medication, those would be my good days.
How do you feel on those days?
Good. More energetic in a good way. Happy. I don't have suicidal thoughts. And even so, since I've been on my medication, it's not as often, which is good. Yeah, and I'm ready to take on the day. Well, on my bad days, I just want to stay home, not do anything, don't want to see anyone, don't want to talk to anyone. So,
have you had more good days or bad days since moving here?
I think it's about half.
Half and half?
Yeah, because since I'm meeting new friends, I go out drinking with them a lot, like mostly on the weekends, and so those would be my bad days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that your roommate was a big supporter.
Yeah.
What would she say about you?
What do you mean?
What would she describe you as?
To like someone else?
Yeah.
Well, she probably wouldn't mention that I'm bipolar because it's personal. She would probably describe me as fun, energetic, easygoing. I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe something about yourself.
Yeah.
So you don't know what people look at you and how they think of you, you know?
Yeah. Do you find that hard to deal with? That you're not sure how people are going to accept you?
Yeah, I do. Because, I don't know, even though you can't really tell, like, I feel like everyone's looking at me knowing that I'm bipolar. But you can't tell unless I have, like, a meltdown. And even so, some people might be like, oh, she's just stressed because of school or something. So,
how have you found people reacted to you if you tell them that you have bipolar?
It varies. Some people that I've told, they've treated me differently, like I'm a special case. Like I am disabled or something. They like walk on eggshells around me, I guess. And others, they just like, you know what, I can't handle it and stop being my friend.
So your roommate's definitely the
Yeah.
better one?
Yeah.
What do you think would have happened if you hadn't had such an accepting roommate?
I probably would have been dead by now. Like if I didn't have one, then I would probably commit suicide.
How do you feel about that?
Terrified.
Yeah. Why terrified?
Because since I don't have supports here, like I don't have family here, it's, I don't know, kind of a miracle, I guess you can say, that I found my roommate. Because if I didn't have her, I would be more depressed. Even if I was on my medication, I'd be more depressed. I wouldn't really have many supports. I would have my counselors that I'd go see here, but I wouldn't have my supports. I guess my counselors would be my supports, but they're not with me 24 hours. So yeah, I probably would have killed myself by now because I wouldn't have had a roommate who drove me 2 times to the hospital because I had suicidal thoughts.
So you're lucky to have her.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what you've done in previous counseling sessions that have helped you keep track of your good days, bad days?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
What have you done in previous counseling sessions to keep track of your good days, bad days, and how your emotions are?
Well, one of my counselors asked me to keep a journal.
Did you like that?
Not really, because it didn't really help. If I was having a bad day, it didn't really help me. I just had to write it down. Like I said, I know I'm going to have a bad day if I drink or smoke because it affects my medication, you know? And like my good days are when I don't do all that.
So you don't think the journaling helps you?
Not really. Like I think it helps me put out my feelings or my feelings and stuff, but it doesn't really, I don't know, I'd much rather vent to a friend or a counselor than write in a journal.
Okay, so I know that you have class to get to, so I'll just quickly wrap up this session. I'm just going to quickly summarize and then we'll give some feedback and then send you on your way.
Alright.
So you came here to talk to me since the first session. You told me a little about your history, a little bit about how things used to work before you moved here and things that happened here, such as your drinking, smoking, and your twice in the hospital and everything that's been going on in your life. So I admire your dedication to wanting to make yourself better, and your admiration for not treating this as a part of this is a part of your life and not as a disadvantage to your life, and how you just accepted it and embraced it. I agree that you really should stop drinking because of your medication, and therefore I suggest that when you go home, you make a calendar, and then write down, just make a check mark for days that you have a really good day, and then make an X for the days that you have a really bad day. And on the good days, write down things that happened quickly, and then on the bad days, write down things that have been upsetting to you. And then when we meet next week, you can share with these, and then we can see how much progress you've made. Sounds okay to you?
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you next week. Have a good class.
Okay, thanks.
I don't know if that was 20 minutes or not.